Oh, yes. Thank you for bringing me on, sir. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another edition of Power Connections with Kevin Vaughn and my awesome guest today, guys, Mr. Nathan Lewis. Mr. Nathan, what's going on, Doc? Good to see you today.
Hello, sir. How are you? And thank you for bringing me on the program.
Oh, thank you so much for saying you would come on because you didn't have to come on, right? So thank you for being with us today as well. Hey guys, we got a mutual friend there, Mr. Joe Williams, and we're excited. We're going to give a shout out to Joe Williams, ladies and gentlemen, men in the kingdom. And Joe, thank you so much for all you do. We're excited about you as well. That's great. Well, brother Lewis, we want to let people know a little bit about you, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Lewis is a journalist and a writer. He's also the co-producer and narrator for the docu-series Walk the Divided Country. Walk the Divided Country. That's powerful right there. I love the title. And then he's also a host of the Sports Mix with Nathan Lewis podcast. He's going to tell you more about that a little later on for sure. But guys, before we get started, though, I'm going to read his bio too as well. But Brother Lewis, you know, there's a lot going on the planet today, man. A lot going on. Anything you'd like to open up with just to share with the folks out there a little bit before we go to your bio, my friend?
Oh, well, I would like to mention that, yes, the world as we know it
Yeah,
could be in a better place.
absolutely. We got to do
It
that.
needs to be in a better place.
Yeah.
It has to be in a better place.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's going to take us to put it in a better place.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. I love it. You know what, Brother Lewis, I was just thinking, man, this is just my little pea brain thinking how God thinks, right? I can see why, you know, everybody's concerned about aliens and other planets. I can understand why he didn't put no other planets close to us, man, that we could visit. We probably messed them up too, you know what I'm saying? So some of us. So
Yes, we would.
yeah, God knows exactly what he's doing. We probably be shooting first and then ask questions later, and then they be all peaceful, you know, and stuff. The next thing you know,
That's
we
why
all
we have.
gone. Yes, I love sci-fi, man. I don't know about you. I love sci-fi.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't want the aliens come to just blow the planet up, man, because we messed up, you know. Just
Yeah.
incredible, man. It's just amazing. Wow, that's great. Hey guys, you may ask, thank you so much for those joining us right now live and those listening later on the network. You may ask, what's Power Connections? Hey, we bring in people who are doing something, right, in their life. They're doing something with their own life, with their family, with their business, as Brother Lewis is doing. He's a mover and shaker in the area of writing and journalist, being a journalist as well. And we're just excited about what he's doing today. But let's get started, guys, because we got money on the table. We got things to do as well. But let me read you a little bit about Mr. Lewis, guys, for those who don't know, because I didn't know all about him until he sent his bio over. So I was kind of excited about that as well. Hey, guys, Mr. Nathan Lewis, I want you all to welcome Mr. Nathan Lewis, was born and grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. Man, you're a survivor, bro. No doubt about that one there. During the 70s and 80s, guys, that turbulent time in America. Wow. There was racism and still is racism, still segregation going on, guys, but more on the social bias of the civil rights movement during that time. Nathan was a kid who was always attracted to the comic book characters. Yeah, I think we all kind of had a little escape from that, you know, with comic books growing up, man. Only thing I didn't save any. I don't know, wouldn't think about saving. I should have saved all them comic books I bought, you know, just incredible. But didn't even think about it. So comic book characters, magic of art. As he grew and developed a strong passion for sports and pursued it as he played football and basketball for youth league teams as a teenager. Man, were you pretty good, man? What position did you play, bro?
Well, I was a defensive end for a youth league team,
Great.
and it was flag football.
Oh, I love it, man. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Always.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and I
good.
played center basketball.
Fantastic, man. He also ran track. You ran track too, man. I love it. As a freshman year in high school. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
the random mile.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I enjoyed it. In fact, obviously, that was the best shape, at least I was ever in running track. I could run for days, man. After I got in shape, I said, man, I could just run forever. And now I get tired of 2 walks, you know. No big deal, though.
Ran track, what position?
Actually, in track, well, actually, in football, wide receiver, wide receiver. In basketball, I was a forward, and then in track, we did the hurdles, long jump, and something else too there, man. But we had to,
Hurdles and long jumps. Okay.
yeah, hurdle, long jump, and it was one more I can't remember. But we had to stay in shape, of course, and that was powerful, man. So we was running. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to that too, Brother Lewis. I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York, man. I heard you got some stuff up there in Connecticut, man. Some things going on in Connecticut. So yeah, you went to school up there, I believe. So I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York, man. So I was going to talk to you about that a little bit. Hey, guys, we're going to continue his wonderful bio. He ran track as a freshman year in high school. He loved his sports and competition, seemed to play a role in his very drive, his disposition, mental, and hunger. He grew up in a ghetto neighborhood called Hurt Village. Wow. But did not let poverty and the struggle stop him from becoming a dreamer. Amen to that. He developed towards and afterwards, ladies and gentlemen. He discovered the love for writing. Yeah, nothing stopped you in that area for sure, man. He discovered the love of writing, and time went and found more joy when he was around most kids. He attended junior college, Shelby State College, where he was honored where he honed his writing skills even more. I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, when he came to realize that his athletics was not his future, same here, man. Same here. Said, well, I ain't gonna be doing that forever. I better learn something else, right? So what he ended up doing, ladies and gentlemen, is he attended the junior college at Shelby College, and he honed his writing skills even more. And when he came to a realization that the athletics was not his future, it was like his past. Writing became one of his more passions. I love it, man. He used it in writing songs, so more and rap songs and any other type of music. He became better as he went along as a rapper and challenged other kids in the neighborhood that would be called at the time battling. Really? That's awesome, man. That's a good deal. Battling, fun for times. He parlayed that into a record deal years later, but declined the deal for business reasons. Wow. Time, that's pretty good, man. Good background. Time marched on for Nathan, and he knew, despite the struggles, the poverty, and the flat-out brokenness, that he needed to do something with his life. Amen. We all come to that discovery, guys. He made the trek to Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia, where we're broadcasting from, guys. Atlanta, Georgia, where he stayed with relatives until he got his own place, worked from 9 to 5, and got by. But for Nathan, it wasn't enough. Amen. His passion for sports never really left, just repressed inside of him for a while, and it came to the surface again when Nathan had epiphany of what he needed to do with his life. I love it. So he enrolled in college and called Connecticut School of Broadcasting, where he studied broadcasting and journalism. Now, where was that at? Was it in Connecticut, Brother Lewis?
Actually, it's here. They have
Okay.
like 14 schools.
Okay, good, no problem. That's why I asked. I thought you went to Connecticut to go to school because I'm up in that area. I love it, man. That's good, fantastic.
That school got turned into a film school recently, so it's probably not even around anymore.
I love it, man. No problem. And he, after that, ladies and gentlemen, he had some internships where he would work with TV studios and worked in studio camera work the camera and live TV broadcasts. That's great, man. He got his big break as a producer on a podcast called Life After the Game. Wow, hosted by former NFL safety Lamar Campbell. That experience rolled him into his own experience as a radio host and podcast called Sports Mix with Nathan. We're going to talk more about that. Cedric Carla, which eventually became Sports Mix with Nathan Lewis, a show that had a successful 6-year run at the Ribdens radio network. Nathan studied acting and the Pro Actors Studio. He recently started a media film production company called Sports Mix Film LLC. That's great, man. His wit, brain, good looks, I love it, winning smile, and winning attitude, and exceptional artist creativity skills, and only take him to a higher stratosphere as he hones his wonderful skills, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I want you guys to welcome Mr. Nathan Lewis to Power Connections, guys. Man, Mr. Nathan, you got some skills, man. I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
I'm just so glad you took the time to even go through that.
Yeah, man, that's what we do, man. As a journalist, you know it's important to at least do your research, right? At least do that and then be able to do that. So thank you so much, man, for sharing your bio with us. And we're just excited about you being here. Well, Nathan, tell me a little bit, first of all, man, about where you grew up, man, and your family. You had your siblings, mom and dad. Tell us a little bit about your journey as a son growing up.
Yeah, as you saw in the bio, yeah, it was Hurt Village,
Yeah.
which I understand doesn't even exist anymore. It's been
Oh,
the
oh,
whole gentrification thing is kicked in, if you know what I mean.
okay. Was that a projects there, or how was that neighborhood?
Oh, yeah, it was bad, had its rough time, but then again, for a while, it was kind of quiet, not a whole
Yeah,
lot happened.
not too
Then,
much.
like when the late 80s kicked in,
Yeah,
started getting a little rough and a little crazy around that again.
yeah, exactly,
And
man.
we eventually made it out of the ghetto and
Yeah,
moving to a more residential district, but
yeah,
not much change because it's Memphis, Tennessee, crime all over the place.
yeah, exactly, man. That's powerful, man. So one of the things you talked about in your bio was comic books, man. So how was you able to was a lot of the brothers and sisters reading comic books other than you there as well?
Actually, it was just me.
Yeah, so I thought, yeah, so I was thinking, man, because people were doing, we were doing all kind of stuff, man. Back in the day when I grew up as well, I mean, we would leave the house and wouldn't come back till it's dark, that type of thing. So we could be anywhere in the city, just enjoying life, playing basketball, or if you're in sports, doing that type of thing, or if you were dating, you had a girlfriend, you'd be over there hanging out for a little while or doing something with her. So yeah, that's amazing, man. That's great. So that's good, man. So tell me what about how did those comic books though really help you out, man? Did they give you just some creativity, or what was the deal with the comic books, bro?
I don't know. Maybe it helped push the dreamer in me. I would think
Yeah,
because superheroes are like
yeah,
vestiges of something that's just bigger than yourself.
yeah. Something you
You
want to do.
can't be mediocre and be Spider-Man.
No,
You
no,
can't be
no.
average and be Superman.
Right.
You
Exactly.
can't be simple and be Black Panther. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That was kind of our escape as guys, because we wanted the muscles, we wanted to be able to run
Yes.
fast, and have bullets bounce off you, all that kind of stuff. But you're right, man. It was such a great way. And I think if you think back, that was a great way to help us stay out of trouble too, man, as growing up, on top of that, man. Wow, that's amazing. So now growing up, you have sisters and brothers, man? How's
Oh
that look?
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Got to come from a big family. It's
Yeah,
the old school family, like
yeah,
I had brothers and sisters. I grew up with another brother by way of another family back home
yeah.
as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
very massive family. But I grew up in a house with 9 people.
Oh, that's great, man.
Massive.
So Nathan, now with the journalism and the writing and the producing and all that and the podcast and all that stuff, man, did that come from mom or dad? I mean, is there anybody in the family who was doing that you saw? How did you get to this area, man? Is it somebody inspired you to get to this level?
I would say for that was a self-discovery for me.
Really?
I mean, I
Wow.
love writing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
from limericks to poems to
Yeah.
actually stories. And like I said, I got into hip hop because used to be a
Yeah.
rapper and get
Yeah.
the record deal some time ago. But
Yeah. Yeah.
like I said, I declined the deal because it's a long story.
Yeah, I understand, man. That's all right. Yeah, we just, it's always good to hear people's stories, guys. If you listen to us right now about how they become successful in the area of journalism and writing and co-producing and so forth, and even behind the camera, learning how that all works. And now, Nathan, you know how all that works, man, right now. And that's pretty powerful, man. I love it. So fast forward, we get you all the way up to now your own podcast right now. That's pretty exciting, right? Is that still what you're doing as well right now?
That's still what I'm doing. I'm in a hiatus right now, but
Yeah.
I'm going to get back at it in the later few
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
Oh, good, man. That's good. Well, tell me about that. Tell me a little bit about your theme and what you do on your podcast, bro.
Okay, well, the podcast, Sports Mix Nathan Lewis, it's not your typical sports commentary.
Okay.
It's not stats and numbers and who's the
Okay.
best player and it's not that. It's
Right.
more like the cold hard facts, not your typical sports commentary. My show has more of a journalistic
Mm-hmm.
approach for a
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
Right. Right.
And I'll come on, I'll do the airing, and then at the beginning I'll opine on something going on in the world of sports.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like a guest come on right after that. I'll go into the guest and we have a great conversation or
Yeah.
another
Fantastic.
guest.
Oh, I love it, man. That's great. You know, Nate, I was just thinking I was going to ask you, man, how many? I know you've seen a couple celebrities on your website for the Facebook page there. How many celebrities in sports, if you will, have you met so far? Any ones that I'm sure I know some of them for sure. How many celebrities have you met, bro, so far?
Oh, face to face or just work with
Yeah,
my podcast?
yeah, face to face. Yeah, face to face.
Face to face. Oh yeah, Ernie Johnson of TNT Sports inside the
Okay.
NBA.
Wow.
You may have seen me with Holyfield.
Okay.
Evander Holyfield, I should say,
Uh,
four-time world heavyweight champion.
yeah.
Uh, uh, Andrew Jones used to play for the Braves.
Okay.
The ex-Georgia Bulldogs coach, Mark
Uh,
Richt, at an event.
wow. That's awesome, man. I'm
So
still
yeah,
I'm still trying I'm still trying to get Dr. J, man. I heard he's in Atlanta somewhere. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm trying to get him on the show, man, for a few seconds or something, whatever I can do. So
oh
hopefully.
yeah,
Have you ever
I
met
like to work with him too.
have you ever seen Doc?
Not in person,
That's
but I
because
like to work. But I have talked to someone. Well, I will say they claim to know him.
right, right.
So
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
there's that.
exactly. Matter of fact, if I ever get a chance, I'll let you know, man. Be one of the you'll be on here with me. If I can get
Oh,
Dr. J. Yeah, definitely, man. So I'm
yes.
excited. I think Matumbo, you was with Matumbo too, right? One time I saw a picture with you and Matumbo, I think.
Oh yeah, that was a celebrity basketball game
Yeah. Yeah.
years ago.
Okay, yeah.
He is very tall.
Yeah, exactly. Do they still do that celebrity thing in Atlanta area now for the Hawks? Basically Hawk stuff, right?
I have no idea. That was the one time I got to go.
Yeah, I understand. I think they still do some of that, I'm sure. I don't know. They got to keep the fans engaged, so I know they do some of that. I just don't keep up to date with it either, which is pretty interesting, man. Pretty powerful. That's wow. So now as we interview you a little bit here, Brother Nathan, now your journalism is writing, right? Or let's just say investigating in journal. Are you doing that, Will, along with your podcast? Or what's the journalism and writing all about now? How's that all relate?
Oh yes. Well, writing is something that I do on the side.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put together an article about the NBA Finals as soon as it's over, depending on how it goes.
Right, right.
Well, if the Nuggets win, I'm going to put together an article about that. If the Heat win, I'm going to put together an article about that, and you can see that on LinkedIn,
Oh, fantastic, man. That's
which
good.
I'll be passing around all over social media after that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Matter of fact, while we're doing that, let's take a commercial break right now, brothers and sisters out there. For those who are listening right now, this is Power Connections with Kevin Vaughn, my great guest here, special guest, Mr. Nathan Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Nate, tell everybody, if you would, how to get in touch with you, man, how to follow you on the social media and get in touch with you on your podcast as well, bro.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. If you want to listen to my podcast, you can download podbean.com to your phone or your laptop and hear it that way. Or you can just simply go on Spotify and listen to my show. And you can follow the show on Twitter at Sports Mix Nathan, at Sports Mix Nathan. And the show also has a Facebook page, Sports Mix with Nathan Lewis. And then I'm on LinkedIn, Nathan Lewis.
Absolutely, man. You can probably just Google him and his name will come up, guys, for sure. I love it, man. That's great. Hey, Nate, with the area, with the business that we're in, man, we're talking about podcast, streaming, even writing and stuff. How has the digital world helped you a little bit, man? It's so nice to have some tools now that we can work with that don't cost a lot of money, right? Too as well. But how's the digital world helped you out to grow your background, bro?
The digital world's been pretty good for me. Social media has too.
Yeah.
Just simply having your own equipment, like that's pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, before I was on Caribbean's Radio Network.
Right.
That was an international internet radio network.
Yeah.
And it was very prominent at the time. Caribbean's Radio Network was like the 8th most listened to internet radio network in the world.
Wow.
And I was a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man.
Lewis. So I contributed to that success.
Exactly.
They pretty much shut down. They defunct. They're out of business now, and I had to pretty much do it by myself. And I didn't do the radio show or the podcast, I should say, for about 9 months. Just not even doing anything with it. And I just missed it so much. I just had to get back to it. And I eventually bought my own equipment. I started doing them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's how you do it, man. You can't wait for people, right? You cannot wait for people, man, especially on something you like to do and that you can do. I mean, yeah, we can do this, man. That's not a big deal. Like talking, we love to talk. So I don't need nobody to help me talk. I can talk my own program. So that's pretty
Exactly.
powerful. I love it, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the network here, we're on Power Connections with Kevin Vaughn, our wonderful guest, Mr. Nathan Lewis, guys. He is a journalist. If you didn't know, he's a journalist, writer, co-producer, and narrator for the docu-series, ladies and gentlemen, Walk the Divided Country. Matter of fact, talk to me about that, man. Is that released or available? What's that all about, bro? The Walk with the Divided Country. What's that about, bro?
That is in the early stages of production. We have taped some material already.
Oh, good.
But we're about to do some more filming in about a week.
Good.
Interviews.
Yeah.
The premise of the project.
Right.
It's about America.
Oh, wonderful.
And how divided America has become in just a short period of time.
Yeah, man.
I would say from like 2018 to now, it's ridiculous how bad it's gotten. I don't mean like the way it was, say, like when you and I were growing up.
Right.
It's like totally different now, but it's still worse. And then you throw in social media, it seems to make this poison of just disassociation and just dissonance even worse.
Yep. That's great, man. So we're excited. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was released yet. So that's why I wasn't sure. So that's good. So it's going to be coming. Is there a particular date this year or next year? When's it planning to come out? Or
well, if we can get this thing rolling like we really want to, hopefully the end of this year.
Fantastic, man.
Or better yet, next year.
Yeah, that's great. So now with that, is that how many? Now you got your team obviously in place on that. Do you have actors? How's that all? Can you give us a little sneak peek? How's that work? Got actors and stuff that are going to be in that, obviously. Is that correct? Or is just how's that work?
I wouldn't say actors because that would involve reenactments.
Okay.
We will only do it if we absolutely positively have to.
Gotcha.
But right now it's about the interviews.
Okay.
It's about the shots. It's about securing spots that we can actually do this at. And we've already secured one already within the past few hours. So
that's right.
We'll do more of that.
Yeah, that's great. So because Mr. Lewis, the docu-series, that's different, man. That's research, right? First of all, you got to get all the facts before you even say anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time, I would think, bro, on that one. Woo, that is amazing.
Trying to get what we're doing is great, but we're still trying to get the money we need.
Yeah, right.
Really do this where we want to.
Right, exactly, man.
Because we're trying to do like 2 1-hour episodes.
Yeah.
And to make that happen, we get that part rolling, and that's where we're going to really need the people.
Fantastic, man. That's good. So right now, so you talk about if people want to donate. Is that what you're asking? Is that okay to ask that? If people want to donate right now to the cause, or at least contact you for the cause to learn more about that before they give, how can they do that, sir?
Well, there's a QR code, and I have a setup already. They can definitely go to that, scan it, and all the information inside. I'll let them know exactly how to donate to that process.
Fantastic. That's on your Facebook page, because I'm on there now, at least getting ready to look anyway. Is that on your Facebook page, bro, or where's the QR code at?
I'm about to get ready to set that up.
Okay, good. Got you. Yeah, so we'll make sure you guys get that information. You guys can definitely get in touch with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. Just say, hey, send me that QR code when it's ready, guys, if those who want to donate to the cause or learn more about the docu-series coming up, Walk the Divided Country. And that's going to be powerful, man. That's going to be really good when you guys release that, man. That's going to be really good.
Because I know, because I believe that you have a lot of listeners, a lot of viewers for your program.
Yeah.
Just imagine if all these listeners and all the viewers for your program.
Right.
Just simply took the time to check this out, and I'm telling you, if they could just donate, just either whatever they can. Yeah.
Right.
Or better yet, if they just donated $1, every single person that's ever tuned into your program.
Right.
Or they watch you constantly.
Yeah.
Just donating $1, every single one of them, $200,000, $300, whatever the number is. I actually think you got more listeners than that. Yeah. I'm a firm believer you got way more listeners than that. Mm-hmm. So if every single one of them would just please just donate $1, that would help us so much. Because like I said, myself and my partner, his name's Wayne Hobby, we can only do so much on our own.
Right.
Their money would go towards interviews. Their money will go towards film production. That's what your money is going towards. Not to make us look good, not to be styled and profile, and it's going towards interviews. It's going towards film production, the lighting, everything you need to make a film. Myself and my partner, we can only do so much on our own.
Right.
We need the help. We need your help. And I don't know if I sent you the QR code or not, or I don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but we'll make sure we get it out when you send it again, or look it up, whatever you got to do, man. We will push it out. And then we're also going to encourage Mr. Lewis that everybody that gets it, push it out at least 100 times on their network. Because, some of y'all got 5,000, 1,000, 20,000, whatever out there on the network. So we want you guys to share this video today and then also share the QR code that Brother Lewis is going to provide later on. So I'll be pushing it out, Brother Nate, whenever that comes out, bro, and making sure people will at least have it and then encourage them to push it out also on their network, man. That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah. If they could just, because we're trying to put together 2 1-hour episodes. And
yeah.
do so much on. If they can just donate, it's probably like 75,000 to really make this what we need to make. But like I said, if just one person,
right,
so they get $1, that's more than enough.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it can happen, guys, because even those $5 donations, $10 donations. I mean, you got if you got several people, hundreds of people doing that, that adds up, as you all know. So you guys get ready for that. We're talking to Mr. Nathan Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. He's a journalist, writer, co-producer, and narrator for the docu-series coming up, guys, Walk the Divided Country. They're going to need help on getting that out there, as you know, like anybody else is working in this area. You always need funds. You always need donations. You always need some infusion of the Benjamins, if you will. So I love it. I love it. That's powerful, man. But that's great, Doc. So I love that area as well. Well, guys, we're getting ready. We're excited about Brother Lewis. He's going to be back with us again because we know whenever the series gets ready to release, we're going to have him back again so he can promote it again. So we're looking forward to that as well. So if you would, though, Brother Lewis, tell us about the people that are helping you, man. I know you mentioned the one gentleman. Now, do you have a team that's putting the docu-series together? How's that working, buddy, for you?
Well, yeah, we're looking to build a team.
Okay.
Right now, it's myself and my partner.
Okay, gotcha.
We got a shoot already planned for next weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a great thing. But like I said, we got to build a team, like camera, lighting.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. Well, Nate, one thing we love to do, man, is talk to our next generation of journalists and writers and producers and directors and so forth as well, coming up behind us, if you will. So if you would, can you talk to the young people a little bit? A lot of them graduated just recently in journalism. Some of them came out as getting, wanting to write and things like that. What would you say to our young people today that are just getting into the business that you're in right now? Well, even if it's a podcast or streaming service, or they want to start their own network, what would you give some tips to the young people out there on how to get into this business successfully?
Well, I would say this. First of all, you got to really love what you do. If you're doing this to just be a celebrity, to be a star, to get patted on the back and be worshipped, you're in the wrong business. You're going to get highly disappointed. You're going to get humbled real quick. What I would say to somebody out there trying to break in this game, be true to yourself. Be you. As the kids like to say, do you?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to put the grind in. You're going to put the work in. You're going to work really, really hard.
Yep.
Try to get with the people who know what they're doing. Real professionals, really skilled people, really talented people, experienced people, smart people, who have your best interest in mind. Go to the seminars, sit in those classes. Always do what you can and work on your craft. Oh, most more than anything else, work on your craft.
Yeah.
And get better at your craft each and every time out. Work harder and harder, because LeBron James, think about how great he is.
Right.
He still has a shooting coach.
Right.
The great Michael Jackson used to be 8, 9 years old watching Stevie Wonder work the engineering board inside the recording studio when he was a little kid. So every master was once a student.
Yeah.
Be that student
that
continues to learn, continues to be that sponge, continues to get as much knowledge, as much experience.
Yeah.
And when you come across a spontaneous opportunity, take advantage of
it.
I'll just say it for myself. Everybody's road to the top isn't the same. People tell you when you get into this business, you got to move to so-and-so Ames, Iowa, and work for $3 an hour. Right. Some people, it just simply is not going to be realistic.
Right.
You have to find an outlet. a road, a process that works for you, that'll get your name out there, get you noticed, get you those reps, get you opportunities, get you the work, get you the experience, get you to the next level. And most importantly, go where the action is. Where these people kick it, where these major people hang out, where these major people really take your career to another level, you got to go where they are. I'll never forget something I saw Halle Berry do.
Yeah.
And this is why she's got my utmost respect no matter what happens with her. She was at an event, and her, I guess this lady that was with her, one of her people.
Right.
That was a young lady. She was like straight out of high school, straight out of a broadcast journalism school. And she was basically like an intern, just somebody just starting out. She just needed an opportunity, somebody major that can really get her going. Because, you can give that major person that boosts your career another notch.
Yep.
She tried to talk to Halle Berry, this young lady straight out of college. But her assistant was like, getting in front of her, trying to block her, trying to keep the young lady from talking to her.
Right.
Halle Berry, the champion that she is, told her assistant, her help, just get out the way.
Right.
Stay back. I got this. I'll talk to her. And so Halle Berry talked to this young lady who's straight out of college, who studied broadcast journalism. She just needed that major person that can give her career boost. And she took the time to talk to her. And that gave that young lady's career the major boost. So when things like that can happen, that's great. But you do need those people to want to do that. So
I love it, man.
So young people, it's going to suck. Embrace the suck. But it's going to be good too if you don't quit.
There you go, man. You guys hearing it from one of the best right there, Mr. Nathan Lewis, guys. I was taking notes, man. I hope y'all heard a few things there. One, I heard from him, you need to get a mentor, guys, in the business. Get a mentor in the business. There's no use you trying to reinvent the wheel when Mr. Lewis can tell you yay or nay to a certain area, right? He's a journalist, guys. He's a writer. He's a producer, a narrator. He knows what to do and what not to do, guys, based on experience. The next thing, guys, he talked about is training. Learn all you can, guys. Stop thinking you can go to the beach every week and still be one of the best in the business. It ain't going to happen. Okay, nothing wrong with taking a vacation. Don't get me wrong there, folks. I'm just saying you need to, like he said, be dedicated to the craft, guys. That's all I'm saying. Don't be part-timing. And if you're trying to go full-time, that's for sure. And last but not least, guys, you got a network he mentioned as well. You got a network within the industry, guys. Go to as many events as you can. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to try to get autographs. Just hang around and learn. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to interrupt people and say, hey, can I get your autograph? No, you don't need all that always. Just go and listen and learn. And believe me, you will grow, I believe, that way as well. That's powerful, Brother Lewis. And so thank you so much for those tips for the next generation coming up behind. And, another thing I was just thinking about that, Joe Lewis loves, man, you got to learn to listen.
Yes.
People that don't know, like if I'm coming to Mr. Lewis and he's an expert, I'm trying to learn, I just need to listen. I don't need to try to overtalk him and say, well, you don't know what you talk about, and when he's got all the credentials, right? So you got to learn to listen, folks, those who want to be a journalist one day or a writer, co-producer, because it will spit you out real quick. And you may get your feelings hurt real quick and run home to mama. They may run home to mama real quick, Mr. Lewis, once they get out here in the real world, Yeah, that's great, man. Well, thank you so much, man. Hey, guys, this is Power Connections with my special guest, Mr. Nathan Lewis. Hey, Brother Lewis, we always give our guests some takeaways or any final words, man, you want to give before we get out of here, man. We got to roll. We got things to do today, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Anything you'd like to say, final words to us, man? Thank you so much.
Okay, yes. Obviously, people, thanks for checking me out. Thanks for tuning into this. You got my social media handle, Sports Mix Nathan Lewis Facebook page, at Sports Mix Nathan Twitter. And as I was saying, I'm going to put my QR code out there. And if you can donate whatever you can, $75,000 makes this film.
Yeah.
If you can just donate $1, $5, $10, whatever you can, as many as you can. Everybody who watches this program, or if you watch it one time, please, if every single one of you could donate, we can make this film so easily. And like I said, we can only do so much on our own. Please, we need you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about what we call networking, folks. Also, social media is hot right now, as you know, on the planet. Like you said, $1 or more, guys, would help out toward the cause. The goal is to get this series out, guys. This Walk with the Divided Country. These are some brilliant people that are putting this together. But like anything else, I don't care if it's an invention or idea or going to the Mars, you're gonna need money. You can have the idea all day, but you still need them Benjamins, folks. I love it. That's great. Well, Brother Nathan, thank you so much for your time today, man. Wow, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. This is all part of the Men Let's Talk Network, guys. So we're going to have men and women on the network, but this is part of our business segment where we have people who are doing good things in their businesses, guys. And as I mentioned to you earlier, yes, sir, Brother Lewis. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Before we go, also about my podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast that I host. If you're an entrepreneur,
and
you're trying to get your business noticed, you can come on my podcast and you can talk about your business that you started on my show. I charge a fee, but you'll notice my fee is nothing like any of these major networks and stations. I'm probably cheaper than most of them. So.
Absolutely. That's good. I'm glad you mentioned that because, guys, you got to get exposure. You have to expose your business. And we got platforms that help you do that, guys. You've got to be out there. People just don't get it. Got one social media page. I'm sorry, you ain't gonna get it, guys. You're gonna have to have a minimum of 10 platforms, guys. Minimum of 10 just to post your stuff. Because this video is gonna go out on 10 platforms, guys. That's how you get the numbers up right now. That's how you get the excitement up. That's how you get people to say, hey, where's that QR code at, Vaughn? Hey, it's coming, guys. Get ready to donate $500 or something. Or maybe they got some tax money back in or something they want to donate to or whatever. So we're excited about Mr. Lewis being with us, guys, and we can't wait to have him back. Well, Mr. Lewis, appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
sportsmixnathan@gmail.com. sportsmixnathan@gmail.com.
Fantastic, guys. And if you would give that Facebook page and Instagram, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, Sports Mix with Nathan Lewis is the show Facebook page. Sports Mix Nathan Lewis, and Twitter @SportsMixNathan.
Fantastic, guys. I love it. Thank you so much for that. And guys, thank you so much for your support today, guys. All those listening live and those listening later on. Again, want you guys to share this out, guys. This is how we get it done. We want you to push this all around the globe, guys, because people are listening right now. Right, my last check, ladies and gentlemen, is 4.7 billion people on the internet right now. 4.7, it's probably 5 billion right now on the network right now around the globe. So guys, we got to have exposure. You got to be on the network, and you got to ask people for what you need too as well. So, hey, we want you guys to support Brother Nathan Lewis as he puts this docu-series together called Walk, the Divided Country. And also want you to support his podcast too, guys, that he mentioned as well. So we're excited about that. If you guys got any problem getting with him, let me know. We'll make sure we pass on that information from our network, okay, as well. All right. Hey, Brother Lewis, we out of here, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's leave you with this real quick. Hey, remember to have a great rest of the evening, great rest of the week. Remember to always, always out-love, out-serve, and out-forgive each other. And remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it, guys. There's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. You guys are powerful, and everybody that hears my voice, you are a genius. So thank you so much. And Brother Lewis, you're a genius, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're geniuses, man. All right. Y'all take care now. All right. Thank you so much, brother.